You've heard it 1,000 times. If you love math and science, Space Camp is the place for you. Just ask Dr. Michelle Thaller. She came as a child in 1983 and 1984. Her camp experience was like most others. Opportunities she never dreamed she'd have. Meeting amazing people, making lifelong friends for her lifelong journey. A place where her dreams could become reality. In her words, I was in heaven when I was here, but I had no doubt in my mind that this is something I would do with my life. Space Camp wasn't a passing fad. A native of Wisconsin, Thaller attended Harvard University, where she majored in astrophysics and worked on precision measurement of binary stars, and received a bachelor's degree in 1992. At Georgia State University, Thaller worked on colliding winds in close, massive binary systems and received a Doctor of Philosophy, PhD, in 1998. Hard work and determination led her career, and that hard work started early, in high school. One of her mentors was Ken Sajak, her debate coach. Ken says, Michelle could stand up against the best. She didn't back down. She was a great leader, and I think Space Camp helped bring that out in her. Ken also added, Michelle, I'm proud of you. Michelle is a nationally recognized spokesperson for science and astronomy. She has produced, written, and starred in several podcasts available on iTunes and YouTube. She has received the highest honors for online programming. In her current role, Michelle represents all of NASA's science themes, from Earth science, the sun and space weather, solar system exploration, all the way out to cosmology and the deep universe. She works every day to make sure NASA's public outreach and education programs are exciting, well-organized, and ready to meet the challenge of changing media trends. Despite these accomplishments, she can't forget her past. In Michelle's words, there's always a little something that you learned at Space Camp. It comes back up, and you realize that's where I learned that maybe I really can do this. Michelle, you did it. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly add the name Dr. Michelle Thaller to our Space Camp Hall of Fame.
Ask an astronomer. What's between the stars?
You've probably heard that outer space is a vacuum, but what exactly do we mean by that? To give you an idea, let's pretend that this entire auditorium is 1 cubic centimeter. That's about the size of a key on a traditional computer keyboard. And now, pretend that this ball is 1 molecule of gas or dust. Here on Earth, normal atmospheric pressure would mean there'd be about 50 quintillion balls crammed into this room. But when we talk about a vacuum, we don't mean that there are no balls in this volume. It's just that there aren't very many. In fact, the best vacuum we can make on Earth would have about 1,000 balls in this auditorium. But for most of space, you have only 1 molecule per cubic centimeter. That means there would only be 1 ball in this entire room. That's a pretty good vacuum. But remember, space is big. There's 100 centimeters in 1 meter and 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. And 1 light year is about 10 trillion kilometers. And the nearest star to us is about 4 light years away. And most stars are even farther away than that. The star Betelgeuse, for example, is about 640 light years away. So even though there's only 1 molecule per cubic centimeter, that's a lot of molecules. We call this stuff between the stars the interstellar medium. It's mainly made up of hydrogen, plus a little bit of other gases and some dust thrown in as well. The denser regions of this almost look like clouds to an infrared telescope, so we call them infrared cirrus. And even though this stuff is mind-bogglingly thin, if you look through light years of it, it eventually blocks out all visible light coming through. But infrared light gets through a little bit more easily. Understanding the interstellar medium is one of the areas where infrared telescopes really shine, so to speak. It's one of the main advantages of using the Spitzer Space Telescope. For Ask an Astronomer, I'm Dr. Michelle Thaller of the Spitzer Science Center at the California Institute of Technology.